What is going on? Happy Monday. Hope you had an incredible weekend. This is Coach Kev, Vice President with this amazing company called Freedom Path. I get a chance to share with you some information that can change your entire business, i.e., supercharge your business. If you're in a situation where you need funding to help you take your business to the next level, you made it to the right webinar. Now we have a lot of people still hopping on, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to get started now. Now, just so we're not complete strangers, as I mentioned, I am Coach Kev. I'm a vice president with this company. I'm also a business owner, and I understand how it feels to use your own money to fund your business. There's been many times over my career that I use my personal income to fund my business just to get me to that next deal or to that next deposit to tie me over. Now, you may be looking at this and you may need money for payroll. Maybe you need it for marketing. Maybe you need to acquire a vehicle or expand or get out of debt. You made it to the right webinar. So at first, I'm going to share with you the different loan types we have that you can leverage to help you really push your business to 2026 and beyond. And then I'll also share with you some solutions that you may need. For instance, a lot of business owners reach out to us before they start the funding. We talk to them about the items that they may have on a credit report, holding their credit score down, preventing them from getting even better terms. So you're going to get a chance to hear that at the end. But by the end of this webinar, you're going to understand what you need to qualify for funding for your business, or what you or and rather what you need to help you get in a better position. Maybe you can qualify right now, but you want to get a bigger bag, and maybe credit is stopping you. So you're going to hear those two things. No matter what you're interested in, at the end of the webinar, reach out to the person that invited you, and I want you to get the online application from them, and you can start the funding process. Okay, I know we have more people just hop on. I am Coach Kev. We're going to get started. I'm going to turn my camera off so you can really see the entire screen, and we'll get right into it. Now, hold all your questions to the end, but if you really can't hold it to the end, put it inside of the chat. So at the end, I'll go over every single question to make sure you have clarity. So, of course, the name of the company is called Freedom Path. Within Freedom Path, they offer a service called bulk funding, which will help you supercharge your business. And I'll go over everything right now. The first question I want to start off with: how much money does your business need? Right now, that answer can be easy for a lot of people, and they can just rattle that off. And then others, they may have to think about that for a second, right? They may have to say, "Man, how much money do I need?" Right? Go ahead and put it inside of the chat. How much money does your business need? All right. All right. So just think about that. It could be 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 80,000, 100,000. I'm going to show you some examples of different businesses that have benefited from funding, and maybe you can see yourself. Now let's talk a little bit about our commitment. We have fast turnaround times. We have a straightforward process. There's no fluff, no jargon. It's pretty simple. You fill out the application, and then our funding team will follow up with you the same day if it's between Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're never alone. You're going to have real guidance, and you'll know exactly what's going on play by play. Now let's get a little bit into the process, right? Everyone's situation, of course, will be different, but majority of you, if not all, will go through this simple process. You're gonna submit the application, then you'll have to submit some bank statements to prove whatever income your business is generating, your credit info, and don't worry, when we do pull your credit, it will be a soft pull. Okay. You also will go through an initial review and get pre-qualified. I like to call this meeting the pre-qualification before the pre-qualification, right? And then you get matched with a lender. That's the third step. And then the fourth step is you receive offers. Now, I've seen people and businesses get offers within 24, 48 hours, and also same day within hours. Okay. And I love that. Now, after that, you get a chance to accept the offer, and then there's a final verification, and then the funding is sent. Now, you have to have a business bank account for the money to be dropped into that account. We would not put, well, let me not say we, the company would not put any money in a personal business, I'm sorry, a personal account. You have to have a business account. Now, that leads me to the next three questions. First question is, do you have an active or open business bank account? And that should be a simple yes or no. If it's a no, then you need to. What I would do is I would reach out to your bank that you have right now and call them, or sometimes you can chat these days. You could basically ask them, "Hey, what paperwork or what do you need to open up a business bank account?" And I know a lot of people recommend you this bank, that bank. I always say go to your bank that you're already banking at because that makes your life a lot easier. For instance, I have my personal account at Chase and I also have my business accounts at Chase as well. All right. The second question, do you have a 680 credit score or higher? All right. If your credit score is under 680 and you know you may have negative items on your credit report that you need disputed, then you got to pay attention to the last part of this webinar because I'm going to show you a tool that you can use to help you start working on your credit immediately with a software where you don't need to pay thousands of dollars for these gurus on YouTube to be able to help you fix your credit. So I love that. And then the third question is, do you have an active EIN number? Okay. And if you don't have one, it's simple. What you could do, you could literally go on ChatGPT or you could go on Google and then type in, how do I find out? Right? Let's say you do have an EIN, but you don't know it's active. You can put this question on Google. How do I find out if my EIN is active in the state of, and then you list your state. Okay, because every state is different. Down here in Florida, you have to go on this website called sunbiz.org and you put in your business name and it'll tell you if your business is active or inactive, your EIN, right? So that's that scenario, meaning you have an EIN, you just don't know if it's active. And then if you're saying to yourself, you know what, I need to incorporate myself, I haven't even done that, then you can go through this process. You can go back, get back with the person that invited you. They'll show you step by step on what you need to do to start your EIN. And you can also Google that as well, right? So it's pretty simple. But let's say you have a business bank account, you have a 680 credit score, and you have an active EIN number. Your next step will be to fill out the funding application and then move that process along. I'm now going to show you some examples of different businesses who've already achieved the funding goal through this company. And then also I'll show you the different types of funding that you can take advantage of. So we funded so many different type of businesses. This is a cigar lounge. They took advantage of $150,000 to help them expand their business. Landscaping company, $44,000. They needed some extra working capital to help them with equipment and marketing. Okay, janitorial business, $15,000. They wanted to take their business to the next level. Electrical contractor, $8,000 they needed because they wanted to expand. A coaching business, $81,000 was funded to this business. And think about that. Maybe you need an extra $81,000. What about a nonprofit? Do you know any nonprofits that have any construction projects? $3 million was funded to this nonprofit so they can start the church campus. They wanted to add a campus to their church, and I don't know if you have a nonprofit, but we can help you as well. General contractor, $74,000. We also have 0% interest for 24 months. Of course, your credit score got to be on point. for that one. But just think about what that can do for you and your business where you don't have to pay any interest for 24 months. Okay. HVAC business. Anybody, winter is coming up, so you want to make sure that heater is good to go. That's a big business, billions and billions of dollars in that industry. Do you know anybody that has an HVAC business that want to really take their company to the next level? Driving school, $22,000 was funded. Property, someone who really invests into different property. So maybe they do fix and flips. Maybe they are an investor, real estate investor, and they needed an extra 100,000 to complete a project. Think about that, right? Whatever type of business you have, we can help. Now let's get into the funding types, and then I'll get into the credit, and then I'm done. And one thing I love about this meeting tonight is that you get a chance to hear this with no fluff, as I said to you earlier. And I know all you want is funding for your business, and you're almost on the other side of that decision. So, a syndicate line of credit, I like this one because this is great for startups, right? Let's say you have a startup and your credit score is over 650 and you had your business bank account for more than 6 months at least, and you don't have negative items on your credit report, and you maybe have a home-based business, maybe you have a little restaurant or a cafe, maybe you're in real estate, maybe you have an e-commerce, maybe you have a TikTok shop or Shopify, or you buy and sell online, and you need some money. This will be a great line of credit or syndicate line of credit you can take advantage of to really help you catapult your business. And again, the fact that this helps startups, I've never seen this usually ever, because startups are very, very risky. So the fact that we can do that, that already in itself should be an indication to you that you need to fill out the application. SBA loan. This is a great one. If you didn't know, SBA loan is backed by the government. All right. You need a 660 credit score. You have to be in business at least 2 years. All right. You got to have a business bank account. No bankruptcies, tax liens, foreclosures in the last 3 years. All right. And you can borrow up to $5 million for this SBA loan. And again, this is great for restaurants. Maybe you're in assisted living industry, maybe childcare, auto repair, retail store. This would be a great, loan for you to take advantage of. Equipment loan. Now, I do want to share something with you. A lot of people love the equipment loan because it has a 550 credit score, and you only need to be in business 1 year. But I need you to think about something. If you need equipment and you need to help with payroll and marketing and other things, then I wouldn't get the equipment financing because it's only for equipment. You have to have an invoice strictly for that equipment. But if you need money for other things, then I would either do that syndicate line of credit or any other loan that you start to see as I go through this process. This is great for towing companies. This is great for logistics type businesses, even construction and manufacturing. This would be a great financing, because the fact that most or 90% of their entire business is just the equipment, right? So let's move on. Working capital. This is another great one. You have to be in business at least 6 months. There's no minimum credit score, and your business have to have at least 10,000 and monthly deposits, and you got to have a business bank account. And I love this because you can get up to 10 million max in working capital. This is great for medical type business, restaurant, retail, e-commerce, service based business, and of course construction. Okay. Healthcare industry. Maybe you're a pharmacist or a dentist. Maybe you're a doctor or a nurse. Maybe you have a telehealth type business you want to leverage and you want to scale it. You have to have at least 40,000 and monthly deposits, no minimum FICO score, which is great. And you have to be in business at least 1 year. Now, if you are a doctor or a dentist or a pharmacist, you have to make sure you have your medical license, because all medical professionals need to be represented properly. Okay. Now, women empowerment. This is another great one. Let's say you have a business that's a consulting type business, a salon, a spa. This would be great for you because you only need to be in business at least 1 year. Now you need to have monthly deposits at least 50,000, 40 to 50,000, but there's no minimum FICO score. Okay, this is another great one. They have same day funding available and the flexible terms. Obviously, you want to make sure you have the money or you have proof that you're bringing this kind of money so you can continue to scale your business. Because here's the reality. If you've never heard this, you got to use OPM. OPM stands for other people's money. This allows you to take your business to the next level. Veteran owned businesses, you have to be in business at least 1 year, no minimum FICO score, $40,000 a month in deposit. You got to have a business bank account. Great for consulting, service-based business, constructions, restaurants, retail stores, you name it. If you have a veteran-owned business, this would be great. Doesn't matter, of course, you're a man or woman, whatever. As long as you're a veteran, you have proof, you'll be good to go. Fix and flips for my real estate investors. Maybe you do single homes, duplex, quads, townhomes. You have to make sure you have your LLC or your entity docs in order. You have to have a valid driver's license, and this is great for first time flippers. Maybe you're a first time fix and flip, and you're new to the game. This would be a great opportunity for you. You can borrow up to $3 million. The minimum credit score is a 640. Okay. Construction loans. All right. Similar to the single fam and quads, but this is also for portfolio. Maybe there's a unit with 50 units or 40 units. You can leverage that. Maybe you want to rehab it, right? Maybe it's a construction only. Maybe you just purchase a property and then you just want to make it even more beautiful to rent out each unit. Okay, you can get up to $2.5 million. 660 is the minimum credit score, and this is great for first time builders. Okay, now remember, you have to be a general contractor for this, and you have to have your license at least 36 months. All right. DSCR loans, again, great for you real estate investors. Now, industries that we do help, but not all lenders participate. So, pharmaceuticals, maybe supplements. You didn't know that. E-commerce, TikTok shops, Shopify, real estate, investing clubs. We also help multi-level marketing, and that's very impressive because most companies don't. Well, most lenders don't do it because the risk is too great. Same thing with crypto-related businesses. We can help them get funded. Again, not all of our lenders, but we do have some lenders that participate in that. And then, of course, nonprofit, religious organizations, and foundations. We can definitely help fund those as well. Now remember, the person that invited you, they sent you to a one-stop shop. I know you're here just really to get access to funding, but remember, they also can help you with your personal credit, business credit, and of course, you can take advantage of the funding as well. Now let's get into the restricted industries that we don't work in, and then I'll end with showing you how you can leverage this credit program in case you have some blemishes on your credit report that you need to start working on. We cannot fund businesses in the following industries, okay? We can't help adult entertainment. I apologize. We can't help you. All right, you got to go somewhere else. Gambling, betting operations, firearm and ammunition. We can't help you. Cannabis, THC, buy here, pay here, cash advance operations. I call those loan sharks. And we cannot help fund your business if you are unlicensed or you have an illegal business. I know that's, the obvious, but I do have to say it just in case somebody recorded me. All right. I want to also ask you the same question I started at the beginning. How much money does your business need? Would extra 150,000 help your business? 60,000, 5,000, 51,000, right? 76,000 will help your nonprofit. So here's your next steps. Now we're closing. You can either start the funding process. You can start working on your credit. Let's start with the credit. Let's say you have negative items on your credit report, like late payments, charge-offs, collections, medical bills, repos, inquiries, student loans, evictions, you name it. You can leverage our AI powered credit restoration tool to help you start working on your credit to get those items off. Here's an example of one of my funding clients who had items on their credit report. If you really look at this, you will notice that they keep running their credit. You see the inquiries, a lot of inquiries, and they're trying to buy a car, it looks like, right? But look at this. These negative items, if you have them on your personal credit, can affect you from getting the best funding offer. All right. So if you have negative items on your credit report, the person that invited you on this webinar, they just tell them, hey, you know what? I know I got items on my credit report. Let's start working on my credit first, and then we can do the funding. And you can do that. Okay. Now, the program is called Freedom Wealth. All right. It's a comprehensive program that have a lot more than just the tools to help you dispute the negative items on your credit report. You also get access to identity protection, a will, a trust, a power of attorney. The credit attorney, maybe you have some things that's on your credit report that are erroneous and obsolete, and it shouldn't even be on your credit report. And you want to leverage your credit attorney at no additional cost. You get a chance to take advantage of that. Now, this credit program is $189 to get started, $99 a month. There's no contract. Okay. And if you're saying to yourself, I got negative items on my credit report and I need help forming my business, you can do all that through this platform as well. Okay. Again, these are items that individuals have on their credit report. The software helps you generate dispute letters. It automatically inputs everything that you need to say to dispute it on all three credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. And then voila, items start to get removed off your credit report. Okay. The reasons are there. It doesn't matter. If you look at this person are in a situation where the account is open, but their credit is getting destroyed. So they don't want to close the account. They just want to dispute anything that's negative on there. All right. And if you need business credit, of course, we can help you. There's a Business Credit Academy as well. Now, this has a 50,000 funding guarantee. So if you're saying to yourself, you know what, Coach Kev, I just want to work on my business credit and I want to get funding, you can start that as well. Okay. But whatever your situation, this company has the solution for you. All right. Now, if you know you have active EIN number, a business bank account that you have for a while, and your credit score is over 680, your next step is to complete the online application for funding. The person that invited you, just shoot them a text, shoot them a DM, or call them and say, hey, can you send me the online application? And you fill this out, and then you start the process. And that's it. That's all I got. I do want to stick around for maybe a second or two to answer anyone's questions that maybe they have. You can put them inside of the chat and I'll answer those questions. If you're a guest, again, your next step is to get back with whoever invited you to this webinar and start the process so you can supercharge your business. Again, remember, the minimum credit score is a 680. All right. And yeah, if you over 680, you're good to go. If you're under, then I would start the credit process if you have negative items on your credit report. Okay, it looks like I don't have any questions. I'm looking in the chat right now. Let me make sure. Okay. All right, let me just put some checks in here. All right, so I checked the chat. All right, so your next step, get back with the person that invited you. Let me turn my camera on. As you can see, I'm still here. And that's it. Thank you for taking the time to hop on. Remember, where your business is right now, that's not where it's going to stay. Allow bulk funding, allow us to help you improve your business, help you get to the next level. And remember what I said earlier, OPM, other people's money. You don't want to keep using your money to fund your business. I remember doing that. And man, it took a lot out of me. Huge shouts out to you, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya, for everything that you do for so many people, so many businesses, so many leaders in the community. You're always helping them. All right. So continue to do what you're doing. Huge shouts out to you, Kimberly, as well. Guys, get back with the person that invited you. Thank you for hopping on. And don't forget, next Monday, you can invite your friends that you know that are business owners that need funding. I'll break it down just like I did today, and then I'll do a Q&A. All right? If you're a business owner, get back with the person that invited you, and I'll see you on the other side. Have a good night. Let's go.